Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network. Hi, this is Amit Doshi, and I wanted to thank each and every one of our listeners. It's been 2 years since I founded IVM, and it's been an amazing 2 years. We wanted to learn a little bit more about who is listening to our shows, and so we put together a short survey. The survey is anonymous, and we aren't going to be collecting any personal information. I would really appreciate it if you could take a couple of minutes out of your day and go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and fill it out. Thanks, and please keep listening.
You're listening to TFG Football.
What's up, everyone? It's a new day, a new show, a new week starting, and it's the first day of the week, and we have a lot of tits and bits from Indian football. Now, don't worry, though I-League is not there, we still have updates from Indian football here and there. Now, tomorrow is a big day. The national team is in action against Myanmar. We shall talk about it tomorrow itself, but today let's see what's happening and what updates the Indian football has for us. The first thing is that later today, the final, probably the venues for the Under-17 World Cup will be announced. Now, the scene was, what happened is the FIFA officials visited all the stadiums. They were unhappy. We did put up the stories. It's up on our website, thefangarage.com. But then they had a tour of the Mumbai Stadium at DY Patil. I should be more precise and call it Navi Mumbai. It's not Mumbai. And, they were very happy with that. But wait till May 6th. What's happening? We shall tell you then. Okay.
The preparations that Navi Mumbai are undergoing, it's not for the FIFA World Cup.
Exactly. It's a big thing,
something bigger than that.
Bigger than that. That's happening like next month.
Okay.
So
guys, don't shit on that. Because
we'll have time for that, yeah. So let's
No. Just to clarify this, the Navi Mumbai DY Patil Stadium had required the least amount of renovation because it was already an international cricket standard stadium.
Yes.
So they didn't have much to do in the first place. And the second one is that they're planning to lay down a new grass turf, which will happen after the old Bieber concert. So it's going to be like, the old one is going anyway. Nobody really cares about it. So might as well have a, dance around on it to like baby and all that stuff. And then bring in the new turf.
But let's see if that gets in time, because they've given a lot of time to other clubs and they've not done justice to it. But let's see. We'll have the places announced later today and we'll get to that. If not on our show, it'll be up on our website. You can follow the TFG Football Twitter handle. Now, moving on, the Santosh Trophy final took place yesterday and it was between West Bengal versus Goa. Dying minutes, West Bengal scores 1-0. It reminded it's like dying minutes of the extra time. So kind of the Iniesta goal that he won, the World Cup for Spain. So, compare a lot of big, but still I'm just saying about the dire minutes. So, Chiranjit, what do you have to say about the match? Your state won.
Disappointing throughout the game. Too many chances were missed. I think Liston I was hoping more from. Although I'm happy that West Bengal won the second Santosh Trophy title, but seriously we needed better, more attractive football being played on the pitch. Basant Singh had some good shots, but missed 3 easy chances. He was heavily marked, did not perform that well. But then again, he's just 18 years old, so you don't judge him from one match. But yeah, it's a big occasion game. He was playing under pressure, and whatever he did, he can take experience from this. So basically, it could have gone either way. The 5 or 6 chances that Goa missed, had one of those gone in, Goa won the game. If Bengal had scored earlier, they would have taken this game earlier as well. It's just that one last shot. It kind of reminded, you mentioned Iniesta, but it sort of reminded me of that first 80k win, scored by Mohammad Rafi, 2014
Rafiq,
in ISL.
Yeah. But that was not.
He didn't do much of the tournament.
That was not. What do you mean?
Not extra time,
but injury time.
But it was towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
But the similarity is that Mohammad Rafi didn't do much throughout the tournament.
Yeah. He was waiting for the one moment.
And same thing with Manbir Singh. He's not played a very front role throughout the competition, but then he gets one chance and he becomes the hero. So good for him. good for West Bengal. They needed this validation because West Bengal does not win the Santosh Trophy for 6 years. People start talking and raising questions. Is the state going to the gutters? Is Kolkata no longer the mecca of football and all that stuff? So now, they've got the silverware to show for. So they'll be happy for a while. And the only good thing that will come out of this tournament is probably people like Shankar or Liston or Manbir or Basant Singh. They will be all playing in top division in the coming season, and if they manage to avoid that draft, they'll get some good prize.
Well, yeah, Kevin.
I didn't catch the entire final, but I did see glimpses of a lot of the semi-final and some of the final. So what I observed over here, it's really what we talked about as amateur football. You'll not see an attacking organized play over here. What this displays is this is still raw talent. This requires coaching. This requires guidance, and it's unpolished.
Yeah.
So even though it's one of the oldest trophies in India, oldest tournaments that are still running with good amount of attention. At least Dido Sports did take it up towards later in the tournament. But what we need is more attention to be given to this talent. You have scouts going all around the world. It's not required. You have talent right here in your own country, and it's there for display, it's there for picking. We just need to put the time and effort to just polish these young talent.
Kevin made a good point, and the fact is that over the past few years that they have come up with this regulation that the players who are already sorted into top division teams, who are already in the best of academies, they're not supposed to come and play in Santosh Trophy. Okay, so it has been redesigned as a platform for these players who have the talent but somehow did not get the chance and could not make it in one of the big clubs. They get to make a stand. Okay, so one of the things you will notice here is that the states that have some really good clubs, some good local league going, a good amount of scouting and grassroots work is going on. Those state teams don't necessarily have the best of their talent on display because the best have already been picked by the clubs.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one of, part of the reason why you will see states like Tamil Nadu who are not really that prominent in professional football. They have done well in Santosh Trophy over the years because the best players in their state still play for the state team. I mean, T. Reagan only got to play professional top division football this season.
Yeah.
So that happens. Same thing happened with the Meghalaya team. Same thing happened with the Mizoram team. The clubs have snapped everybody up, so they always have sloppy seconds. To some extent, that happened with the Bengal team, but the Bengal team is like freaking. I don't know, man. They operate like a club now, because only 12 out of those 25 players who are in the squad, they are Bengalis. Okay. They've recruited players from all over, from Punjab, North India. Some Tamilians are there, a couple of Maharashtrians. All have come over, moved residents, and now they play for Bengal. So what are you going to do? Nikhil has some strong opinions on this. He was even talking about Mumbai FC should only be allowed to take players from Maharashtra and all that stuff.
Yeah.
See, this is the level where you're supposed to do something like that. Just stick to your own state and promote local players. But when you have something like this, players just moved states and play for that state team because apparently it has better facilities and better coaching and more chances of making it to the finals and the big ticket games. So you can't even keep that localized theme going in a state versus state game. So how are you going to do it in the professional circuit?
Absolutely. We also heard some reports that the AIFF is sending some scouts for the Santosh Trophy thing. So let's see how that has worked out and if they've got the eye.
For me, it's very it's disturbing to understand that players who make it to the Santosh Trophy in the end, it's like end of life for them. where do they go after that?
Yeah.
Now you're not supposed to go to the I-League clubs because that's the structure. So how do they?
No, they want to
become
go to I-League
professional?
clubs. They want to become professionals. Most of the players who are there play in the local leagues. Okay, so this is just them trying to attract the scouts of big clubs, because nobody wants to just end up as a Santosh Trophy player in the end.
Well, moving on, some sad news coming out from Ludhiana. Well, it's the Minerva home ground we're talking about, the Guru Nanak Stadium, which is already, if you remember, I think months back when Chiranjit was there, he saw the glimpses of it, and we also did a story on that, saying that after the Republic Day parade that they had, the state that the ground was in, and it was very bad. The players complained. I mean, even Chetri and the likes of all those players said that it's difficult to play on and if they can do well, they did well. Okay, they did a great job to to give a great stadium, the ground facilities. But then again, there was another show that happened on Friday over there, I think the 24th. Mr. Badshah was there to rap about whatever he wanted to do. And now that after that event, there were, if you've seen, I think pretty much everyone, most of them must have seen, because the owner, Ranjit Bajaj, have tweeted the images after the event. It looks really bad, and they are about to host Mohun Bagan now, which is really terrible. He's been vocal about it, and now I don't know, it's crazy. I don't know when this will stop.
This is I'll tell you, man, I mean, these guys don't catch a break. Like, on field they're doing so well. They won the under 16 league. They even sent their players to play against the under 17 and under 16 teams, India, and they were impressive. So all of that is going well, but the stadium is messing them over. And I'll tell you why this happened. Who's this guy, Badshah or something?
Yeah.
What does he do?
He's a rapper.
He's
Apparently.
a rapper, okay.
In terms of Indian, like Honey Singh? Yeah.
Okay, so wannabe basically.
Yeah.
So what they are doing is that MTV was the promoter or something. They booked the grounds for these shows like 5-6 months early. Okay, and let's go back 6 months. Minerva Punjab don't even know they're playing in the I-League.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no way for them to book the entire stadium back then and stop something like this from happening. That's why they got screwed over by the Republic Day parade. It didn't even happen. The event got cancelled because of rain, but the damage was done. Everybody was stomping on the pitch. Then they do a great job and repair the pitch. And in the middle of the season, they have this concert taking place with people breaking bottles and digging holes on the pitch, and basically a mess. Some 850 people were stomping on that pitch. So I feel bad for whoever worked on the ground. It's just watching your months of hard work get ruined in a few hours by drunken dudes who are pretending to be bad guys or something. But it's stupid, man. It's unfortunate, but then again, if you have a system where clubs don't know they're going to play in the top division 2 weeks before the season starts, then this is what you're going to get. And nobody can be prepared for this. Nobody.
Exactly.
I think anyways it was avoidable. They could have just moved it to another place or whatever, which was not at the standard as the Guru Nanak Stadium is, because it was not something that had to be done at that place. So as long as sports does not become a priority in this country, we will see these things happening.
Yeah, we'll see.
So same thing happened, no? 2012-13, that horrible season, IPL decided to do their opening ceremony at Salt Lake Stadium. Like, they could not find any other place. Like, what the hell? They just block booked that entire stadium for 1 month, and the matches had to move to Kalyani, 2 hours away, in scorching heat. So, see, these kind of things are so common in Indian football that it's infuriating. And always football seems to get the boot, whether it's from IPL, whether it's from some stupid concert, whether it's from a celebrity cricket league or whatever. It's always those people who just come in and splash some. They get to come and use fetish facilities or ruin facilities, and none of the district administrators who actually control the stadiums have that in their head that you have a stadium. You should use it for proper sport. and not for concerts and for show cricket matches. Like I'm not even talking about IPL proper matches, but IPL opening ceremony, that's nothing. Okay, that's not a sporting event. Celebrity Cricket League is also not a sporting event. So whatever it is, man, it's like, it seems like, sport is always the second priority. Football is the second class citizen of this country.
It is, and it's also like treated as a step sport or whatever you want to say about that. That's how the treatment is given. And it's also to where the officials look at easy money coming in, and that's what tops it all, right? Now let's move on to a last bit for today's show. Well, a lot of sponsors are in talks with East Bengal and Mohun Bagan these days, isn't it? What is the situation exactly?
Yeah, so I always said, like, this sponsors problem, that was only going to last as long as they don't announce the merger. Now that it's all more or less out, and you have seen the administrative changes that are happening. IMG Reliance people are getting into AIFF, like directly taking up positions in the technical committee and everything, so that they get to maintain control over ISL even after it becomes a proper league. And you have seen, like, reports of franchisee contract documents reaching East Bengal and Mohun Bagan clubs. Yeah. So apparently it's like a 76-page, full-fledged legal document that's being argued over and debated right now in the clubs. So now that all of this is out, suddenly the sponsors are lining up. Like, Mohun Bagan had 3 sponsors beforehand. One was obviously Red Chilies of Shah Rukh Khan, which is probably not going to happen. Okay, maybe for the good. Lagadere was there, and apparently a prominent mobile company wanted to sign on as co-sponsors, and that company may have something to do with one of the major organizers of the ISL tournament. And now apparently the guys who betrayed Mohun Bagan, McDowell's, who's now owned by Diageo, who earlier on decided, like, hey, we're just not going to continue. We're not going to honor the contract, and we won't pay you the sponsorship money. And then Mohun Bagan had to go to court and, get themselves separated from McDowell's. Yeah. Apparently Diageo won't back in. Now that they have seen the ISL carrot, they want to sponsor Mohun Bagan again. And I don't know what kind of situation that is hanging under. But apparently they are the fourth group, queuing up in front of Mohun Bagan club tent. So that's happening. East Bengal, they have Kingfisher, Heineken as their main sponsors right now, and there was a good chance that they were already in talks of ramping up the sponsorship money so that they can have an ISL budget. And maybe that won't happen. Maybe Tata Steel will come in.
Okay.
So Tata used to be big on football in the past. Tata Tea used to sponsor Mohun Bagan, but this is big. If Tata Steel is coming in, they are definitely going to pour in a lot of money, and you will start hearing about these smaller deals. Co-sponsors, the sleeve sponsors, the short sponsors or sock sponsors, and all that stuff. You will start hearing, or jersey manufacturers. Right. So it's just going to move along. We're at that stage now where things will actually happen, and it's great. We've been waiting for this stage for a while, and it's happening.
Yeah, well, some good news to balance it off with the series of bad news that keeps on happening. Now that's all, folks, for today's show. Hope you enjoyed this small show, which had a lot of things about it that's happening and that's keeping us entertained throughout the Indian football. Now tomorrow, as I said, is a big day for Indian national team as they take on Myanmar, and it's a big match. It's the start of their Asian Cup qualifiers, right? Now, we shall talk about it in detail tomorrow itself, so watch out for the episode. Today's we end it here. Now, if you're listening to our show on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon so you get updates of our new episode. You can also listen to our show on Audioboom, SoundCloud, iTunes, and various other podcasting apps. Also, download the IVM podcast app on Android and iOS. We are also on Twitter. You can talk to us, Boza_Kevin, Chiranjit Oja, Sijin Matthew 94. Those are our respective Twitter handles. You can also, big thing, follow TFG Football on Twitter for all the updates about Indian football. Also read up on all the stories that we have for you on our website, thefangraphs.com. Have a great day. Cheers. Come back to us tomorrow.
Hey man, just help me out, man. I need some podcast, man. I haven't had a fix in a week. Just need some.
Don't you worry about it. I got podcasts galore for you, man. Just go to ivmpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna check it out.